to start today. The biggest news of the day for sure. Sony has increased the price of the PlayStation 5 across the board, across the entire world, except for the United States. This is a big move. And if you remember, a couple weeks ago, Oculus Meta came out and said, we have to increase the price of the Oculus Quest 2 due to, all the economic things that we're all dealing with, inflation, availability of parts, increasing price of parts, and so on. I think they increased it by $100, which was a surprise. Normally, consoles and platforms go down in price over time, right? They don't go up. You expect price cuts. But now Sony has followed suit, and it depends where you live. I'm gonna pull up a chart real quick. I think I found a chart on Polygon, but for the most part, again, United States excluded. For the most part, I can't believe this isn't like the front page article on Polygon right now, because this is a big deal. It's like a $50 price increase across the board, no matter where you live. So all across Europe, all across Asia, $50 price increase, $50 price increase, and so on. So I'm pulling it up. I believe I tweeted the article so I can give you some exact details as I talk about this. But this, to me, I very frequently criticize Sony and their business model. The moves they make as a business are usually very, in my opinion, anti-consumer. This is the most anti-gamer thing that they have done in quite a while. They made a blog post today, so breaking it down, you can see it in the upper right there. I'll switch my screen just to give you a look at it. All the prices: Europe, UK, Japan, China, Australia, Mexico, and Canada. Literally pretty much everywhere the PlayStation is sold, with the exception of the United States. And they explain that, it's the current economic global conditions, inflation and currency problems. And at the end, they say, we're going to keep trying to continue improve the PlayStation 5 supply situation, which I'm going to go back to the other camera now. They've had, 3 years now to get the PS5 supply issue under control, and they haven't. All other platforms have. GPUs are now readily available. The pandemic has been a serious thing. It impacted supply chains. It's still impacting supply chains. But Sony's saying they still haven't figured it out with the PlayStation. And they increased their price by $50. And I thought for sure when I first heard this, I was like, maybe they'll pack a game with it or something. Give you a free game to try to equal out the value. Something like that. Code for, Returnal or something. Really great game. To download it to try to say, hey, yes, you're paying $50 more, but you're getting this game with it. Or maybe Spider-Man, last gen game technically, but no, it's just you got to pay $50 more. Again, guys, I don't want to sit here and just bash Sony all day. I think Sony does make a lot of incredible games. The Last of Us series I'm looking forward to very much on HBO. I hear that there's other games franchises that I love being resurrected at Sony, like Twisted Metal and maybe even SOCOM. I'm not always a fan of the franchises they choose to support and the ones they choose to forego, but hey, there's no doubt they have a very high they make some of the best games in the industry, let me put it that way. But this is really, really tough because, again, business is business. I understand. People are dealing with the same problems that businesses are, increasing prices and costs and stuff. And now you're looking at the PlayStation platform costing essentially $50 more. That's especially for parents of kids, or if you're a teenager saving up for your first console or whatever. That's not good. That's the price, again, more, almost the price of a whole game that you could get with it. Or you could just subscribe to Xbox Game Pass or something like that and get a lot more for your value than that one game. Anyway, And here's the other thing, you know, they're going to be rolling out PlayStation VR too very soon. And that's going to be a whole nother, I mean, what are we talking? A $550 console, and then PlayStation VR 2, another $400 or $500. I mean, one of the whole things about consoles compared to PC gaming has always been the affordability. That you pay your $300, $400, $500 or whatever, and it's still cheaper than buying a high-end gaming PC for like $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, you know, whatever. But the prices of consoles just keep going up. And the other thing that I find very interesting about this is they did this regionally everywhere except the US. Sony just got hit this past week, before this was announced, with a $5 billion lawsuit for regional price gouging, saying that basically they're charging more for games in some of these countries. Behind the you know, the claim is that it's just behind, oh, it's regional pricing, we have to charge more. Who knows where that lawsuit will go? I personally don't think that Sony will lose that lawsuit. I think they as a business essentially have the right to charge whatever they want, wherever they want for their products. It is their products. You don't have to like it, you don't have to buy it. But if they choose to sell it for more in your country for one reason or another, it may suck, but I don't really see a legal precedent for them not doing that. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe a judge will disagree with me. I'm not an attorney. You know, I don't know every inch of the law, but no doubt here, guys, this is a bad day for PlayStation. Very bad day for gamers. To see consoles increasing in price mid-generation instead of decreasing in price is just, it's essentially unheard of, and I don't think it's good for gaming as a whole. So anyway,